up, guys? Your boy Ed from Elite Beach. You already know. Today we're gonna be doing a True Draco deck profile. Yes, sir. True Dracos are back. With MasterDuel being such a fun game to play, I'm actually ongoing to building my third deck, and of course, True Draco being my second deck built now after Emancipators. It just makes me so happy to be able to play True Draco again. True Draco is a lot of fun. One of my favorite decks of all time. Personally, I love this deck like a lot. And we're going to go ahead and get into it. The deck profile is really simple because you don't really have an extra deck. So we're just going to talk about the main deck, which I have 40 cards. And we're going to go ahead and get straight into it. One of the things that I do want to say is that, yeah, Masterpiece is still not out from the ban list. But we'll be doing a ban list video soon, so make sure you guys stick around for that so you guys can see what decks, if you haven't started playing Master Duels, you might want to play, or if you already are playing Master Duels, what deck you should try out next. So let's go ahead and get into the deck profile, guys. Alright guys, so getting to the deck profile, as you guys can see, we do only play about, what is that, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 monsters in the whole deck. It's really not really a super heavy monster count deck. The deck is super nice, super smooth, and it works really well for me. In the deck, we already have the 2 Mono Iwatos, as you guys can tell. Mono Iwato being the best monster in the game. As I've been playing Master Duel, I realized a lot of people don't really actually play a lot of hand traps, which is actually really crazy. And the only hand trap I ever get hit with is like Ash or Maxi. Like, that's literally it. Nobody's playing nothing else. Like, it's kind of crazy. No ogres, no bells, no nothing. So it's like people aren't really worried about that. I maybe get impermed once or twice before. But, you know, Mono Iwato, best monster in the deck, dog. I swear to God, it's so good. Now continuing with the rest of the actual monsters, which are the True Draco monsters. I play 2 Maiden because I kind of want to help the Maiden. I want the Maiden to help me see the other monsters as soon as possible, or as much as I can. Continuing with the 2 Ignis and then the 3 Knuckles. So you guys already know Maiden helps you search the monsters. Ignis helps you either activate to the field or add to your hand one of the True Draco continuous spell cards. Knuckles, being the green one, allows you to activate any of the 2 traps to the field or add them to your hand. That's just a little bit of insider for all the people who don't know True Dracos, but this deck is super fun. Continuing, Upstart is at 3. Whoa! I've literally had matches to where I've upstarted my opponents all 3 times in one duel, and it's super crazy. I still win. Like, they just can't get, like, this legit, Draco is legit a tier 0 deck in this game. Tier 0. People are over here playing like Eldritch. Nah. Wrong deck, dog. You gotta play Dracos. Continuing, you play the 1 Terraforming, of course. 3, Card of the Mice. Card of the Mice being the best card in this deck for drawing. If you guys don't know what Card of the Mice does, because of course, I know the Mice is currently, I think currently at 1, right, in our current list. But a lot of people haven't played the Mice in forever. So, Card of the Mice being a card that says that you get to draw cards until you have 3 cards in your hand. So if you have 0, you draw 3. You have 1, you draw 2. Of course, if you have 2, you only draw 1. This is a card that legit helps you be able to set a lot of your floodgates down, and then being able to draw more cards just in case you need to. I've had games where I've opened up multiple floodgates. I set them all down, and then I just... Oh, wow, would you look at that? I just drew into my field spell and then a monster and another card. Ah! This is literally the card you always want to be able to draw 3 with. There is no, oh, I'm going to draw 2. Like, yeah, that's fine, but you don't ever want to only draw 1 out of Card of the Mice, because on the end phase, you're going to have to discard all your cards from your hand. Continuing, Pot of Duality. Pot of Duality says that you activate that card, you look at the top 3, and of course, you can't special summon for the rest of that turn, or you could have special summon that turn, right? But the thing is that it's so good because you don't special summon. Dracos tribute summon themselves. They don't special summon. They tribute summon themselves. So good, so good. You continue with the 1 Diagram. Diagram being the best freaking field spell I have literally ever encountered. You activate effect, it doesn't destroy for cost. You activate effect, you destroy a card on the field or in your hand, and then you search card. Like, what? 1 Draco card, of course, but what? 3 Heritage. Heritage is so good. Heritage says that you can draw cards for however many different Draco cards have left the field, meaning spell, traps, and monsters. So that means that if you activate that card and 2 monsters have left the field, you only really draw 1 card because it's different types. But if you have 2 spells, also only 1 card. That's what you draw. But if you have a spell and a monster, you draw 2. And even more busted, what if a trap also have left the field? You draw 3 cards. Stupid good. Disciples is the card that literally helps this whole deck be as good as it is, because you get to shuffle 3 cards from your graveyard back into your deck, and who doesn't want to do that? It's so nice, so busted. Target 3, shuffle them back, draw 1. Nasty. Also, they both have the effect that they allow you to go ahead and activate the effect to tribute summon a card on the tribute summon to a card on the board. So that means you activate, you have a Draco on your hand, you can tribute summon itself, and tribute summon, and these are all extra tribute summons. So that means you have your regular tribute summon, and then you get 2 more because of Heritage, and then 1 for Disciples. Continuing with the trap cards now, YuGiOh is actually legal here, and it's a lot of fun. Whenever MasterDuel first came out and I heard that YuGiOh was legal, I actually sat down and thought, yeah, you know what? YuGiOh might not get hit in our ban list. But what happened? YuGiOh got hit in our ban list, which is wild. So skill drain went to 3 in our ban list, and here it is. Skill drains at 3 in this ban list. That's wild. We're gonna continue with Vanity's Emptiness. Vanity's Emptiness is actually one of the most busted cards in this whole game, but it does have a really huge, downside to this whole card, which is if a card on your side of the field goes from the field to the graveyard, you send that card to. That's really bad. It allows your opponent, neither one of you guys, to special summon, but it's just so good. You have to play it, especially with a continuous trap card being that. You get 3 Monarchs Erupts. This is literally another 3 skill drains on crack. Like legit. Then you get 2 True King's Returns, which is really good whenever that card hits the graveyard. Of course, you pop a monster from field to grave. Of course, whenever also you can activate the effects on main phase to tribute summon a monster, true Draco monster to the board, of course. And then you tribute that, and of course, then that triggers the effect. You pop another card on the board. Whew, that's super nasty. Apocalypse, the best trap card in this deck, of course. Even better than skill drain and YuGiOh. Apocalypse says that you can activate that card, use the effect, destroy another True Draco card, and then half the attack of all the monsters on the field. Are you telling me that you're going to allow your opponent to attack you, attack declaration, and then damage step, effect, pop a Disciples, your opponent's attack goes through, maybe you have the Disciples to pop another card or not, right? But the attack goes through. So nasty. It's legit disgusting. And then I only play 1 there can only be 1. I don't want to be that degenerate guy who plays like all 3 there can only be 1s, but I do want to be that degenerate guy who plays 3 skill drains and 3 Monarchs Erupts. But that's the profile. This is literally a tier 0 deck. This is the best deck right now that I'm playing. I'm even playing this a little bit over Adamascipators right now because you already know I just want to autopilot something, right? It's a helmet deck. It's a lot of fun, but it's one of the best decks out there in the meta because it legit stops so much. I will try to get some replays for you guys, and then I'll probably put like 1 or 2 after this. So just stick around for the 2. Just stick around for whatever replay I can put out here, guys. See you guys on the next video, by the way.